I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33, and I just finished the book by Maurice Nicoll on the works of Gurdjieff and Ouspensky. And I find on YouTube there are many channels that are dedicated to giving you tricks and hacks on how to alter reality. Manifest a text from a specific person. Manifest a specific person into your life. Manifest wealth and abundance. So much of the energy behind this, and again, energy that I will admit that I'm guilty of pursuing, is coming from wanting things to be different than they are, wanting to be someone other than where you are, who you are at this specific time. And for me, some of this is rooted in curiosity that was ingrained in an early age from simply watching movies like Star Wars. And some of it is from my egoic self wanting to feel more important, wanting to have the power to bend reality to my will. And there are those in this world who can bend reality to their will. They can shape the world, and they can change other people simply because they have big enough platforms to do so. The reach of their word and the perception of their significance is so big that if these individuals say something or put something forward, it shapes the minds of masses of people and hence shapes the world. There are those who have power to shape policies of government, again, which is going to shape and change the world. And many of us who want that power, we go on the path of wanting to become a person who gets in to that sphere, to where we get to be in that small percent of the people who actually have that kind of power to shape and change reality and change other people. But what I've found in reading the works of Gurdjieff is the relevance here is about someone finding their power where they are, taking their power back, and getting a taste of the true value of their lives, regardless of status, regardless of external circumstances. And so much of the pursuit for this worldly power, the power of the matrix, the power to shape the matrix. So many of us criticize the Illuminati and criticize the elites, but the truth is we want to be them. We want to be like them and have their kind of power. There's part of us that actually is jealous of that, and that's where that hatred comes from, or part of it. The other part is feeling like our wills are being imposed on by the wills of others and simply not being okay, but there's still that part of the devil that's in us that's jealous of the devil out there that is exercising its will. And when we look at life as only being significant when we have that kind of power and influence, then we miss a great truth, and we kind of fall into their system of control, of chasing power, chasing external status and validation. But with the works of Gurdjieff and Ouspensky, again, the belief is that life is sacred. Your life is sacred. Who you are, where you are. And the work is connecting with the higher self, the higher intelligence that's present within you and within life itself. And recognizing the sleeping state of the ego, the state of the robotic man going through the motions, chasing external validation. And when you're able to do that, what you find is that you show up differently in life. You change your relationship to the world because you've worked on yourself. You've worked on the one piece that you can control, which is yourself. And with this work of Gurdjieff, there's an acceptance that you can't change the world and you can't change other people, but you can change yourself by doing the work. And paradoxically, you change the world by changing your relationship to it. When you change your relationship to the world at large, and you change the relationship to other people. So then you start to have influence. You have influence on a micro level, which can radiate out to a macro level, just because the relationship you have to life and the relationship you have to others from doing the work on yourself, from intentionally having the desire to wake up and acting with intention to do that work on yourself, to allow the higher consciousness to move through you and work through you. And the intention, again, to let go of the sleeping states. The intention to let go of your attachment to illusion and delusion. Your intention to let go of these attachments to external validation. Attachments to the I, the false I, the little I within you that wants to have this inflated sense of self-importance and believes everything it says and does is of a high significance. When you break free from that, and again, you are showing up from the real I, the big I, then you change your relationship to life. And there is great freedom and great power in this. Now, this work, once again, this is a lifelong work. Even when you start practicing the work, there's going to be times, as this book says, you're going to be pulled down into the muck of the illusion, the muck of internal considering, the muck of inflated self-significance. And your work, again, is to observe when that happens and to pull yourself out of it. To get out of that state of going down into the muck, going back to sleep, and going back to acknowledging the big I, the witness, the higher intelligence that's within you, and allowing that to be the driving force. And this is my intention. This is my intention with this Shadow Teacher 33 channel, to talk about this powerful work, because I believe if more people work on this level and more people wake up on their individual levels and do their shadow work, do their own healing, do their own reflection and introspection, then it has an effect on the world at large. And those few that are in power that so many people complain about, so many people get angry and frustrated with, or get fearful about, then their power becomes diminished. And the consciousness of the world shifts. And right now we're on a pivotal point where the world is changing. And there are two big shifts in intentions of consciousness. There's one shift that does not believe in the free will and believes that the dangerous nature of man must be controlled and the unpredictability, schizophrenic nature of man must be extinguished. And there's the other side that believes that the human soul is a blessing, and that through doing the work and waking up, then that blessing that's within the human soul, that great potential, will be allowed to show up and co-create in a beautiful new reality. Which path is it going to be? One path is the path of the sleeping ones, or the fearful ones, and then the other path is those who are going to do the work, the hard work on themselves to wake up and have a different relationship with life, which is going to set the stage for new possibilities. So with that being said, I'm going to end this transmission. Be strong, be well, my friends, and I'll see you on the other side.